The year 2018 was supposed to be the year of the woman in politics, as members of the distaff gender were elected to Congress in record numbers. As 2019 dawned, a record number of women also declared for the Democrat nomination for president. President Donald Trump is considered to be a rampant sexist by the media. Therefore, one might assume 2020 was going to be the year that female politicians and voters end the Trump presidency and sweep the GOP out of office. Why, then, are women's donations to President Trump's campaign up by 60%? Despite Donald Trump's often rocky relationship with women, nearly half of the president's 2020 campaign contributions this year have come from female donors, putting him in third place out of 15 candidates in terms of total percentage of donations from women, Newsweek reported on Monday. Trump's campaign raised $1.47 million in donations from women across the country in the first quarter of 2019, according to an analysis by the Center for Responsive Politics. The report is based only on donors who made itemized contributions of over $200. Trending, ex-Obama intel chief admits Gov did spy on Trump camp, but argues spying might have been okay and that's not all. Trump won in 2016 despite collecting less than 29% of his contributions from women. He defeated Hillary Clinton, who took in 52% of her itemized contributions from women, the Center for Responsive Politics found. This year, 45% of his donations are coming from women. Center for Responsive Politics noted, however, that 2016 was not the banner year for women donors, or candidates, that 2018 was and 2020 may be. Do you think Donald Trump will win the 2020 election? 100%, 24 votes 0%, 0 votes. The only other male candidate among the top 5 was Beto O'Rourke. Of course, Trump has the advantage of being one of the only Republicans in the field. Former Massachusetts governor and Libertarian vice presidential candidate William Weld is currently the only person challenging Trump for the nomination, according to Newsweek. Meanwhile, toward the bottom half of the scale of gender-balanced donations were some very big names. Near bottom of the list, Senator Bernie Sanders and South Bend, Indiana. Mayor Pete Buttigieg raised only a third of their contributions from women donors in the first quarter, both at 33%, the Center for Responsive Politics found. Sanders and Buttigieg are two of the candidates who have the highest amount of money coming from small donors, Sanders at 74% and Buttigieg at 64%. Keeping in mind that generally only donations above $200 are itemized, thus providing gender data, the gender landscape of small donations are absent. Related, Eric Swalwell's Pearl Harbor and Mueller report comparison was so bad, the USS Arizona Memorial issued a response. Sanders, whose contributions from women have fallen since his 2016 run, does not share many women donors with other Democratic candidates within his itemized contributions, they noted. Less than 2% of Sanders' women donors also gave to the Democratic women in the presidential candidate field. Of that small group of shared women donors, the majority gave money to both Sanders and Warren, 65%. On the other hand, 15% of Buttigieg's women donors gave to Democratic women, mostly Kamala Harris and Amy Klobuchar. Joe Biden, having held off announcing his campaign until very recently, wasn't included in the analysis. Yes, the president hasn't been doing well with women in the polls, something that should concern his campaign, particularly since those numbers won't be as malleable as they were in 2016 when Trump hadn't ever held office and the opinion about him as a politician hadn't reified. Still, the fundraising numbers are actually a pretty big deal. Joe Biden might put it a bit more strongly, perhaps it's a sign that we're dealing with a shifting political landscape, perhaps it's the Bradley effect rearing its head yet again. Or, Perhaps it's a sign that conservative female voters are going to be sticking with the party in 2020, no matter how many sexism charges we hear from the Democrats. Whatever the case, if the Democrats thought they could so divide the vote as to break off women for themselves, these numbers should be very worrying indeed. We are committed to truth and accuracy in all of our journalism. Read our editorial standards. Let's block ads. Why?